All right, let's take a look at UCLA's David Geffen School of Medicine secondary essay prompts. So each year we help multiple students get into UCLA Med despite their acceptance rate in the low single digits, and that's been due in part to fantastic secondary essays. So in this video, we'll take you through some of our key strategies for tackling UCLA secondary prompts so you can get a clearer sense of what the prompts are asking and how you can make your essays stand out. Most med schools don't change their prompts from one year to the next, but if they do happen to change, we'll update the secondaries resources on our site right away. And if you're looking for more in-depth writing guidance, we've got a great YouTube series that takes a deep dive into the essay writing process for each of the 6 main secondary categories. We also highly recommend that you check out the Secondary Essay Premium Example Hub, which contains a sample essay and analysis for each of these UCLA Med prompts, as well as for every other prompt required by over 150 MD and DO schools. There are over 1,600 essays in total. Okay, let's get started. So the first prompt reads, at the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, students are provided with curriculum and experiences enabling them to become an outstanding physician and dedicating themselves to important societal missions. What missions do you want to embrace? What have you done toward your missions? You have 800 characters to respond, which is about 200 words. So the best way to approach this prompt is to think of it as a why us prompt. They really clearly state that they want their med students to dedicate themselves to important societal missions. So that's your cue to think about what missions you've already started to work on, and then find out what programs or opportunities at UCLA would allow you to continue those missions. The word mission can refer to any significant cause or issue you care a lot about. You don't necessarily have to identify the specialty you want to get into, but your mission should still somehow connect to your goals as a physician. One solid approach could be to write about research you've conducted and then mention specific research opportunities or labs at UCLA School of Medicine where you could keep building on that research. You may also want to demonstrate your fit with UCLA Med by explaining how you'll get the most out of their newly developed HEALS curriculum. So this curriculum is designed to give students more time for research, dual degrees, electives, advocacy, and extensive clinical experience. So it's a good idea to provide details on how you plan to build your resume both inside and outside the classroom. All right, moving on to prompt 2. This one's unique. Respond to the following and indicate how these areas of experience have impacted your progress toward your future career goals in relation to becoming an outstanding physician, and A, describe your most unique leadership, entrepreneurial, or creative activity. B, describe your most important volunteer work and why it was meaningful. Or C, describe your most scholarly project, thesis, research, or field of study in basic or clinical science or in the humanities, and provide the total number of hours, dates, and advisor. To be clear, you'll need to respond to A, B, and C rather than just choose one of them. And you'll have 800 characters for each of the 3 responses. So one thing to keep in mind here, each of your 3 responses also needs to address the first paragraph of the prompt. So for example, the full prompt for part A should actually read something like, describe your most unique leadership, entrepreneurial, or creative activity. Indicate how these areas of experience have impacted your progress toward your future career goals in relation to becoming an outstanding physician and blank. In other words, you should consider including aspects of your personal goals in addition to becoming an outstanding physician. Also, you'll probably find yourself mentioning experiences that you already included in your work and activity section, and that's perfectly fine. Just make sure that these responses give more context and detail than what was in your primary application. Discuss them in a different light. And be sure that for all of the experiences you write about in each of the 3 parts, you explain how they're connected to your career goals in the medical field. That doesn't mean that you can only write about clinical and lab experience though. For example, if your most important volunteer work was directing a summer camp for refugee children in your city, you could write about how that experience sparked your passion for pediatrics and your interest in refugee law. And then you can mention how you want to help plan the cultural sensitivity training programs that the UCLA Pediatric Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee conducts. 800 characters is pretty limiting for such a dense prompt, but you can still find ways to convey your personality and passion. So you might notice that only part B asks you to describe why your chosen experience was meaningful to you, but we actually recommend trying to do this for all 3 responses. So be as specific as possible, squeeze in anecdotes about specific events or interactions instead of just making general statements about your experiences. Okay. The third prompt reads, describe how the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted your pathway to medical school. Include any academic, personal, financial, or professional barriers, as well as other relevant information. So this response must also be in 800 characters. So this type of prompt is becoming less common the further we get from 2020, but unlike a lot of the COVID prompts still out there, this one actually isn't optional. So if you dealt with a significant challenge due to the pandemic, this is your chance to explain how it impacted you and how you overcame it. But even if your pandemic experience was pretty uneventful, your essay should still reflect on what you learned and how you changed during that time. So one detail we'll want to point out in the prompt is that they ask you to describe how this challenge impacted not only your life in general, but specifically your path to medical school. So if you have space, it's also a good idea to mention how you're going to apply the skills or coping mechanisms you developed during this time to help you become a better med student and physician. So for example, let's say you write about how you couldn't find any clinical opportunities in 2021 because of all the strict COVID protocols hospitals were enforcing. Then you could describe how you decided to spend that time volunteering at a homeless shelter instead, even though it didn't involve working with patients. But it ended up teaching you a lot of core skills for the medical field, like how to communicate with people from diverse backgrounds and how to show empathy and compassion in stressful situations. Okay, let's move on to prompt 4, which reads, did you experience or are you anticipating time between graduating from college and matriculating into medical school? If yes, describe the activities in which you participated or are planning to participate. Examples include additional schooling, employment, or caring for a loved one. Again, you've got 800 characters for your response. So this is what we refer to as a gap year prompt. But if it applies to you, don't worry that it'll be a disadvantage. There are pros and cons to being a non-traditional med school applicant, but we work with several who get into their dream schools every year, and there are plenty of ways to actually present your gap year experiences as strengths. So the prompt gives you a few examples of the gap year experiences that AdCom wants to know about, which is a great indicator that you should be writing about more than just clinical or classroom experiences. Successful applicants we've worked with have mentioned experiences where they develop customer service, interpersonal leadership, or lab skills, and any place where they have to work closely with a diverse population. You don't want to gloss over those skills because they're all really key to becoming a great physician. Okay, next prompt reads, do you identify as being part of a group that has been marginalized? Examples include, but aren't limited to, LGBTQIA disabilities, federally recognized tribe, in terms of access to education or healthcare. If yes, describe how this inequity has impacted you or your community and how educational disparity, health disparity, and or marginalization has impacted you and your community. Again, your response here can be 800 characters max. So this one's a combination of the additional information, adversity, and diversity prompts. If your answer to the question is yes, your response should identify exactly which marginalized group or groups you identify with, and then give specific examples of how that marginalization has limited your access to education or healthcare. You'll also want to explain what that marginalized identity means to you and how it impacts your worldview. And even if you don't have enough space to go too in depth, we also suggest describing how you've worked to overcome some of the inequities you've faced and how you think this experience will influence the kind of med student and physician you become. Finally, the last prompt asks, are you reapplying to DGSOM? If yes, describe what has changed since you last applied to DGSOM. Please be specific. You have 800 characters to respond. So this is a classic reapplicant prompt. If you've applied to UCLA before, don't feel discouraged. Many medical students successfully reapply. The key here is to demonstrate clear, tangible growth since your last submission. AdComs want to see that you haven't just been waiting around, you've been proactively working to become a more competitive candidate. So focus your response on concrete improvements. Did you raise your MCAT score? Have you gained significant new clinical exposure, research hours, or leadership responsibilities? Perhaps you developed a new skill or perspective through a unique volunteer experience. Avoid simply listing everything you've done. Instead, highlight how these specific changes have better prepared you for medical school and the rigors of the DGSOM curriculum. Show them that you're now a more mature, focused, and capable applicant than you were the first time. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you find this useful as you work on your UCLA secondaries, and make sure to like and subscribe for more timely admissions guidance. And if you're looking for sample essays for each of these prompts or sample essays for over 150 MD and DO schools, check out the Secondary Essay Premium Example Hub. It contains over 1,600 essays in total. Take care.